Hi, everyone. Jim Gray Wolf here. Recording this a little bit different today. I'm usually on about healing, spiritual work, working with nature, and it's all related to this. We had a great podcast last night where we talked about a lot of these issues in relation to what's going on around us right now, in relation to so many people, so many globally stepping up and saying that's enough of these control things. That's enough of these people and groups who think they have the right to control the world, and the rest just have to follow. Those standing up and saying freedom is important, so is unity, so is compassion, so is healing globally and working with our planet, which is so at threat right now, environmentally. And so after the podcast we finished, I had a lot of people reach out to me virtually and a few phone calls and ask me why I don't speak about protesting and activism. And since I've been doing it for a long, long time, a really long time, since I guess pretty much my first thing was the Vietnam War. So I decided to do a little bit of this now. First of all, on this big effort that so many will be at this coming Saturday, the 18th of October, 2025, for those who see this later. Um, no more kings here in the US, but it's going to be global. There's groups around the world who are going to stand up for us, but also for themselves, because this is not a one country issue. This is a global issue. The controls that have been there and upon us for generations are slipping. People are waking up to what's real and how we can better survive, and certainly our kids. I'm old enough now that I think about my grandkids and my grandkids' grandkids. I want to make sure they have a good, safe place to be. So, a lot of those here in the US in control in Washington right now seem to be scared to death of this action coming Saturday. The prediction is over 10 million people are going to come out this time globally, with the majority, I believe, here in the US from what I'm reading. That's a lot of people who are upset, who have had enough, who want to peacefully make themselves be heard. Um, yeah, I was part of the Standing Rock um, protection efforts. That's where the we moved from the word protest to the move to the word protection. That's what this is too. It's about protecting our rights. It's about protecting our freedoms. It's about protecting our planet so we do not destroy our planet to the point where we can't live on it. It's about all those things. It's coming together. It's seeing how similar we are, not how different. It's about eliminating some borders, physical borders and emotional and spiritual borders. It's all those things. When I was young, I was a protester, angry. During the Vietnam protests, I was one of the angry young people. Hating back those who hated us doesn't work. As a small tyke, I got to walk with Dr. King, and I saw what peaceful was like. That's what works. That's what gives long-term change. So as we head into this now, and the planet full of people is making some huge decisions. Or we can continue to allow ourselves to be controlled and manipulated by the few, by the small number in charge, who have absconded with most of the planet's resources, certainly with the money. Or are we now finally going to throw that off and say, no, we have to recreate something different, something better? So this effort this coming Saturday, I'm not sure where I'll be. I'll be somewhere. My arthritic knees don't let me walk too far, but I will be there to speak, to hold a sign, I don't have a frog uniform. The frog uniforms are behind me for this talk. That's been used so well up in Portland, Oregon. That's been their protest, if you will, protection effort against all this militaristic stuff being thrown at protesters. So they're going to stand with us. The planet stands with us, most of us. We are the huge majority. huge. It's hard to see that sometimes because, of course, the media is also controlled by those who control the money and the means. And we don't see a lot of what goes on. Here in the virtual realm, we have a better chance of seeing things. Luckily, there's a lot of us who put things out there so we can see what's going on. So as we move into this, my whole thing is, and I'm only speaking for me, of course, I don't hate anybody on the other side. That gets us nowhere. Um, I don't hate Trump and his underlings. I dislike thoroughly their actions because their actions are full of hate, full of racism, full of fascism, full of all the things that we've been against here in this country, as have many other countries around the globe, for a long, long time. There's a point I'll cover too. I really didn't know what I was going to say in this. Just coming on, I'm just letting it come. Feel free to comment afterwards or ask me to speak the other things. I'll be glad to. Anti-fascist, which Antifa is the label that the other side, those in control, are trying to make so horrible, just like they do with any of these labels. Liberals, tree huggers. I've got all the labels on me somewhere from over the past. Um, Antifa simply means anti-fascist. That's it. There is no group. There are no members. It's a way. It's a concept. And for me, it really sinks in because my father fought in World War II in some of the horrific battles. Some he could never talk about again. Some were imprinted on him for the rest of his life. My father hated fascism. He hated anything that was dividing people. And he wasn't a particularly spiritual person, but he knew he would be against anything like that. And so he went and he was there fighting the war for years, for years. And then he came home. He contracted several things while he was there. The worst being COPD, we call it now. Emphysema it was called then. And for the rest of his life, it was an issue. But he always thought he had went because he needed to. He was Antifa. All those people were Antifa. Listen to the military now. A lot of the military are standing up, thank God. And retired military, yes, are now becoming anti-establishment in this one way. Because they know they're there to protect our Constitution, just as many military, again, around the globe are there to protect the Constitution of their countries, their peoples. That's the good part of the military. So continue to be proud of what you are. Everybody stand up and speak now. Don't be afraid. Fear is the only thing that can stop us, and that's what they're trying to breed. There's too many of us. They know that. If 10 million people actually come out, personally, I think it's going to be larger than that. There was over 5 million last time, and a lot has happened since. A lot of things in our country have gone down the tubes. Costs are high. I could go through the whole list, but you all are hearing it. Costs are going up. Respect is going down. Rights are being abused, on and on and on and on. So if we had 15 million or more, I would not be surprised. You can't stop this now. It is coming. The frogs, used so well in Portland, the frogs, freedom frogs are coming. Let's all be frogs. Let's make this happen, but let's have it happen peacefully. Peacefully. Do not let any force of military or evilness push you into negative action. Don't do it. Don't do it. That won't help. Know you're standing with the world now, and the world is watching. All of us as we come together. For years, I've come together with all different cultures, and I've learned how similar we really are. It's once again only those who have tried to control, who have controlled in a negative way, who've pushed how we're different. We're not. We're not. We may be on the surface, We're different genders, colors, faiths, spirituality, whatever. None of that really matters. Inside, we're basically the same. Step into our goodness and step up. I guess that's all I have to say for now. I hope it makes some sense. Anyway, love you all, and I'm glad to be standing in this with you. Everything I've done so far, everything in this life was getting ready for this moment, and I know that. I feel it, and I welcome it, and I welcome you. I'm standing beside you. Be well. Much love to you.